Plug and release question 146 for CAHSEE Math. It says, what is the value of x in the right triangle shown below? Ooh, one of my favorites right here, the Pythagorean theorem. What's the Pythagorean theorem say? You can use that with right triangles if you know two of the sides and you're trying to find a third missing side. A lot of you know it like this: a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And honestly, that's great. If you know that, that's great, but you got to know what these things actually stand for. The way I would prefer to hear you say it is leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. If you think of it like that, then you just plug in the numbers right there. So if you know C stands for the hypotenuse and you know A and B stand for the legs, you know it then. But if you don't know that that's what that stands for and you just blurt this out, or you just say that and you don't know what it stands for, you're not really helping yourself there. So we got to know that this is the same thing as this. Now we can plug in these values. Hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. Hypotenuse, let's write that down. The hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. And then the legs will be the other two parts. So this is a hypotenuse right here. That goes in right here, 13 squared. The legs are x and 5. You can say 5 and x. You can say x and 5. The order of those two doesn't make a difference. Now we just need to solve this for x. So we have x squared plus 25 equals 169. That's 13 squared right there. You're trying to get x by itself, so we would need to subtract 25. This would cancel right there. You'd have x squared equals 144. And then at that point, you need plain old x, not x squared. So you would be taking the square root of both sides. The square root will undo the square. You'd be left with x equals, and we're taking the positive square root here since it is a distance. We can say that x equals 12 feet. Final answer for number 146, choice B.